No. Alrighty, let's get into it. How's everybody doing? You guys have a good 3-day weekend?
We got no 3-day weekend.
What do you say?
We got no 3-day weekend. No way, bro.
Oh. Alright, we'll do I think we got a couple new faces for those of you guys that are new. Anybody have any issues getting inside like the course or the Discord or anything like that? No?
Hey, Eric, before you start though, real quick.
Yeah.
So I talked to Max about the 23 duplex portfolio. I told you I reran the numbers. I'm thinking of doing just a 10K for a year and deferring that 7.7 the difference, and then just putting that on the back end of the balloon in terms of ballooning out. But it would go to 17.7 the next year, and trying to get it to the 5-year. I think that's what I told him.
What's the cash flow look like with those terms?
I'd have to rerun it through my calculator. But I mean, we're freeing up 92, so 92 on top of the one. I want to say after it'd be 92 on top of net, so that's like 140 and some change for a year. By then,
how that plays out with the cash flow.
So
your debt payment at $17,000 a month, that was like killing it. So like, what would the debt payment be this time around?
So there would be 10K for the month for 12 years, and then that deferment of that 17.7. I mean that 7.7K, that would be just put onto the balloon later, but it would go up back to 17.7 next year. My thing is that could help significantly fund the rest of the remodel, and that way you're stabilizing. You're that much closer to stabilizing at the 1,500 a month projection.
Yeah, if it's really that high, 15, 16, then that's not a bad play.
Yeah, so I mean that's why
it helps. Definitely helps the deal.
Yeah.
And what, you already brought that to the seller? These new terms?
I hit him with that. I want to say an hour ago or so. We talked on like Friday, so I said, "Oh, let me put my head together and see what kind of terms I can come with that'll be favorable."
Yeah, let me know what he says to that, because that definitely makes it more interesting.
Yeah. Sarah just hit me back as well. She said that their belongings are there, but they're out of state right now.
Alrighty. Not a big deal. Alright, keep me posted on that too then.
Alright, okay, can do.
Alright. We'll do guys, we'll do a little bit of Q&A, some deal help if you guys are game. Anybody I guess have any questions before we jump into the deals?
Yeah.
What's up, Matt?
Hey, is that Michael too?
Yeah, what's going on?
I don't know who is.
No, you're good. Hey, I talked to Michael earlier, or Mike, about that deal in New Hampshire. So we can run through that from the lending side, see if it makes sense, if you think it makes sense for him. But I had a question on seller finance.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking at a property for myself. So it's an estate. It's already gone to, it's gone through everything. It was owned in a trust. They're selling it, but my understanding of capital gains is if you inherit it, it's only the step-up value that you get charged capital gains on, right?
Believe so.
Right. So I guess I'm trying to think of some additional things to tell them why this would benefit them, right? Other than I'm going to pay them 6%, over the next 5 years, 6% a month over the next 5 years.
It was seller finance is the angle?
Yeah. Well, so they want 1.8. I'm going to give them. I'm trying to do like 500 down, and then seller finance the rest. This is my personal property, so
okay.
But I got to get them to. I got to give them a reason why, other than the fact that they can make an additional call $300,000 on interest over the next 5 years.
Wait, so you own the property, or this is a deal you're looking at?
I'm looking at it at the time. Yeah.
1.8, 500 down. Why seller finance instead of just selling it outright? It's kind of the big thing.
Well, and so they've listed it at 2.3, and now they're down to 1.8. So they wanted more. They still want more. And I told them, like, look, you can get more if you waited a little bit. I'll give you a chunk now, and then you can get more later. If that's the only play, then that's that. I just didn't know if you use any more tactics to get these guys to fight.
The probates or like the inherited homes, they're pretty tough. How many heirs are in this situation? Like in the all right, so that's not.
And they're both in the Northeast. They don't want anything to do with it from like a maintenance perspective. They don't want to keep it rented. But yeah, and they don't need the money, frankly. They told me that straight up. They don't need the money right now. They're not,
That helps them, because a lot of the times these people will get a little greedy, like, no, I want all the money. But
I think they're going to come back and probably be somewhat okay with it, but they're going to have questions. The main questions are going to be about taxes, which I already told them, yeah, talk to your CPA, not your CPA.
Yeah, no, I think you're already like on the right points. I mean, you're getting a good price for the property. You're getting passive income, so it's no good sitting in the bank. So at least you're accumulating the interest off of the payments, and then mitigating the whole tax liability too. You're not going to get hit one shot.
Yeah, and they can defer any capital gains that they would be charged, even if it's on just like $200,000-300,000 over 5 years versus one chunk now. Okay, good.
Yeah, that's really there's nothing like too crazy you could do there.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. Okay.
All right. That was kind of it.
Yeah, that was it. I just didn't know if you had any other. Hey, this is why it benefits you.
Not really. Okay. Passive income, headache free.
Yeah. Totally.
All right.
I had a question though.
Yeah, what's up?
If I don't do the loan mod or call it, let's say that the seller gets the loan mod, wouldn't he just get the loan mod just for himself then?
From what?
For the sub 2.
What's the question though? I'm sorry.
What I'm saying is that if we tell him to get the loan mod, then would he still keep the property if he finds out that he can still keep it?
Probably not, because it's a short sale, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, most of the time, most of these short sales, 99% of them, they're kind of like in that situation because they fell behind on the payments and they don't want to get foreclosed on. So, like, if he does a loan modification, I would assume the payment's going to go up. He's probably in a lower rate when he first pulled it. So, like, if he can't afford the property today, if he does a loan mod, I doubt he's going to end up wanting to keep it.
Gotcha.
The other thing too, go ahead.
So looking at what I did send you, does that mean that he's in the rears 13K?
That's what it looks like. Mm-hmm.
Okay, because the unpaid interest is 13,485.
You have to see the unpaid principal too, so it's probably a little bit higher. But like I said, a loan mod is going to wipe all those back payments out.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah. I'm just putting up that text together now.
All right.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. We'll do a few more questions, then we'll jump into the deals. Mike, you had something?
Yeah. I mean, it was that kind of answered it, but we're gonna throw Matt on that deal.
He wants to.
Yeah, kind of ran it by him. He was kind of, feeling it out. I think it's a green light. I'm optimistic for it. And by the way, Duke's just kind of waiting. Dave is waiting on the contract.
You know.
Do you need help filling that out?
I can fill it out.
All right.
But I want to kind of like finalize the terms because we're throwing that in. Just wanted to figure out like what, how we can work that.
Yeah, I'd say let's make sure we have funding before we contract them. Matt, how much did you see of that deal?
So he was going to give me some pictures. Like I told him, I said, look, from a lending perspective, I can't go into second, so we'd have to take out the sub 2 part. Like if I came in as an investor, that's one thing, but I'm not going to come in as an investor for what 230 grand in rehab. But I could do an investment property rehab loan on it. But I've got to take out the current mortgage because they're not going to subordinate to us.
Definitely, yeah.
So, but even then, it makes sense. I mean, at 165,000 payoff, if the seller carries the balance, he can use. And if he'll carry that balance,
he wants 290 walk away. So he's getting, and then he's going to carry 30% of the purchase.
30, yeah. So he can
or 30,000. Sorry,
30,000.
Yeah, from 290 to 320 is the total purchase. So
320. Okay.
He wants to walk 290 today, pay off the debt, so he gets some money in his pocket, and then he'll carry the remaining 30 for whatever it was. I think a year.
And then 230 on the rehab.
I have no idea.
Yeah,
okay. That's what Mike had said. So, yeah,
that's what Mike's saying. And then the guy also told me that he has like everybody else is kind of in that ballpark on rehab. So it sounded about right.
I mean, if I got in there and project managed it myself, I could drop it, But just straight up delegating the current bids they got comes out to around 230.
Okay. So that changes a little bit, Mike, because if you're only carrying 30 and not 150, like we talked.
Yeah.
The LTV is getting close to, if it's a 700 ARV, we're getting close to the 75 mark.
Right.
That's the only thing we'd have to look at. So if you can give me pictures, I'll text you my email if you don't have it. Give me the videos you took, the pictures you got, and then I can put together a term sheet. And then if it looks good, then we can you can contract with them and we can go down the road.
Sweet man, yeah.
Now, Eric, go ahead. Eric, are you partnering with Mike on this, or are you just helping him get it under contract and going?
That's it. Just contract.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, there's a little bit of room on it for someone to jump on it. But what I was going to say is, I'll send you some pictures and videos, and if I come across any more deals, I'll throw them your way. You can check them out, I mean, this one caught my eye because it's probably around 500. Eric got the dude to agree to 290. It would have been hard to get that thing for 5, but I don't know how Eric did it. So, you know what I mean?
All right, cool. I'll send you my email, send me that stuff, and then get your term sheet in the next, if you get it to me today, it'll be tomorrow. I'm just on the end of COVID, so I'm still feeling pretty shitty. So just get that to me and I'll get it. So
yeah, I'll shoot you some stuff for sure.
All right, man.
We'll figure this out.
Sweet.
Thanks.
All righty. Anybody else have any questions before we do some deals?
For sure.
Hey, Eric, I just got a response back from Sarah, the agent. She said that they already did a loan mod once.
All right. Ask them for the total reinstatement amount.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then maybe try to figure out if they actually went through with the modification or if they just applied in the past. That'll be another big piece. Dennis, I see your question. How would I make an assignment fee on a sub 2? Just think about an assignment clause, that's really what it is. An assignment is just a clause in a contract. So most of the time when we're wholesaling and doing assignments, it's just an assignment clause on a cash purchase and sale, but it's for a cash deal. Assignment on a creative deal, whether it's sub 2, seller finance, whatever it is, just think of our sub 2 contract, but we put an assignment clause on it, and now you can actually assign it. So it's really you would just copy and paste the assignment clause onto the sub 2 contract. And I think ours in the group already has an assignment, so you might already be good. Alrighty. Anybody else have any other questions, I guess? Anything in general? Feeling good? You guys want to do some deals?
Yo, Eric. So I've been like hunting deals and like trying to figure out what metrics should I use to like hunt deals down, like Zillow filters.
I mean, if you could do the Zillow 1-day strategy that's in the course, I would do that like religiously. That's going to bring a contract, like an actual deal to close. I would say within like every 30 to 45 days. Right, so that's not going to take any time at all because you're only looking for the stuff that's like completely beat up. Zillow 1 days, and you'll spend 10 to 30 minutes tops each day.
Yeah, like we found that last deal, 1 day kind of strat, you know.
Yeah.
And like if we get
Go ahead.
if we get the appraiser on that, bro, like in the next 20-30 we close on it, that's like, you know, a month and a half time close on a 1 day Zillow strat, you know.
Yeah, that ain't bad at all.
Yeah.
I can't complain about that. What I would do too, though, like if you have access to data, so like batch leads, prop stream, auto, I would be hitting the auction properties too, because all of those people, it's like a ticking time bomb.
Yeah. I mean, I'm focused on two markets mainly, like I guess the Boston metro area, and then like I know New Orleans pretty well, and really like they're only I know a lot of markets, but I'm really just focusing on these two because like the Boston area is like perfect for fix and flip, and then the NOLA market is like great for rental. You know, but they're kind of, but the Boston market's kind of hard for rental, and NOLA market's kind of hard for fix and flip. You know.
Yeah, you know, the harder markets, there's going to be like less deal volume, but bigger fees, bigger money to be made.
That's the Boston. Market is, you know, because I got rentals in NOLA. Like I'm looking at moving, and you know, I come across deals all the time, but I'm just kind of splitting, like hedging it. You know, doing a fix and flip strat in a good market, and then like a buy and hold strat in like a depressed market. You know,
you could do that. I would say this though, like the big thing is like obviously you could do that. I've known several people in this community that do exactly that. But like my personal advice, like the way I built my whole portfolio up was like I never just focused on like create like okay, I want to do a portfolio. Let me focus on more on the creative finance stuff and less on the wholesaler or whatever. Like it's always been like I'm gonna pull large chunks of data. I'm gonna go wide data with it, and then whatever doesn't work for the wholesale, that's what I'm gonna pitch creative finance on. So you'll kind of just like be more efficient like with your effort really.
Yeah.
So just
that's
keep
where I'm
at too. So like if you can find a market like everybody, if you could just find like one market that's like good for the wholesale, good for creative finance and all that, I would just like stay put there. And again, you're just going to be the most efficient with calling and the pipeline and all that.
Feel that, yeah. I'm like 20 minutes from the airport, and it's $90 flight to NOLA, so I check up on it pretty regularly, you know. Down there,
I manage some wholesale into that then.
Yeah. Bro, I got like 14 like almost desperate sellers in NOLA right now, willing to do like seller finance and all kind of stuff.
Yeah, maybe just try and stay put there for a little bit. That's what I would do.
Kind of like working and because I got this Raven thing kind of locked up. I mean, it's kind of going to be plug and play, you know. So I'm thinking I just probably manage more rentals, trying to get more heavy on the rental side.
I would do that. If you want to put it in the chat, I'll take a look at the market for you.
What I was going to do is like in the Discord, like for Louisiana, I was just going to fill it up with the deals. Because what I'll do is I'll find a good deal, and then I'll call up their agent, and then I'll see where they're at with it. Kind of like what we did with the Raven, you know what I mean? And then pretty much send it in there, and then you close on it pretty well. So, so I can throw them in there.
Yeah,
just,
that could be a play.
Like leads. I guess like lead generation in a way, you know.
Yeah, I would do that. Definitely.
Yeah, I'll probably do that. I'm gonna fill up like I'll just put it in the Discord. Just so I'll just put like the address, the Zillow link, the mortgage, what they got on it, because most of them are more sub 2 deals, and then like the owner's info with a phone number, and maybe the agent in there too.
Yeah.
But I like going straight to the owner. Like that's because that Raven deal, bro, that agent wasn't gonna do nothing. No, she was like
sitting on her hands, bro.
So. I'll just load up the chat or like the state Discord areas with all that.
That'd be awesome.
Sounds good.
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome, man. Thanks.
Yeah, definitely. All right, let's anybody else, I guess, have any other questions before we dive into the deals?
Hey, Eric. So, ask her to re-honor the loan mod. He said, I don't know if you read the chat or not. It looks like they got one, but they didn't make the first payment. It was for $2K.
Yeah, then it might not have gone through, or they redacted it. Do you know the balance, the reinstatement balance?
No, I asked her for that.
Ask both questions.
Yeah,
see
I did.
if it's possible to get it up and going again, and then the reinstatement. Exactly like what you're putting in the chat.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, let me know what they say to that. Alrighty. Kaminsky, you here?
Yeah, can you do a comp on this? Because I think I have ARB. I'm not 100% sure if it's completely correct. I was thinking high 4s, maybe low 5s. Like, I was thinking maybe like 520 could be.
High 4s, low 5s. Okay.
So, but no, I mean 420, 430 I meant for it, because there's a comp next door for 460 that sold recently. I made my numbers incorrect. I mean like low 4s, I think. I'm not 100% sure. Now I want to make sure if it's correct.
I got you. What was this? Like a Zillow one day?
Yeah.
On them keeps moving. Nice.
I have an eye for this kind of stuff. I saw the price. I was like, literally, I was running comp. I think like it needs like 50, maybe 60 in. Not even. I think it could even have less. And it was literally right on point on what they're asking. So I was like, there could be something there. I want to have your second opinion. Now call it up and I'll lock it.
Right next to 275, this highway. I would imagine you're still hearing the cars and whatnot. So
Still
they
stuff
are,
is selling for a decent bit. Even look at sold. Look at sold in the area. It's still selling for like in the 4s. Everything. See the comp next door lead 460. There's a lead comp. Well, I mean there's a for sale for 460, but stuff has been selling for 450s, high 3s, some like low 4s. So I was like, I have no clue, but those are different styles as well. But for sale, there's a 460 for sale that's similar but looks more modern.
see if we can find a fix and flip. No photos. Oh man, it's going so slow. Here, let me just stop screen sharing just to speed this up a little bit.
Or close on background apps.
I don't have anything running. That's the crazy part.
How? But what? Okay.
Going slow. Let me do this real quick. I'm gonna give me 2 seconds, guys. I'm just gonna plug in the Ethernet. That should speed it up. 1 sec.
God, that's so. Fix and flip terms, get them on
All right.
the paper. I'm not fixing it.
Adam, I think you're like probably like 470 to be conservative, maybe in the 480s. Mm-hmm.
Really? That high?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you got stuff in the fives, even in the sixes. 2 streets down.
How much do you think needs rehab?
If you play 470, let's go off of that.
I thought it was like 430. Florida
Hopefully
sometimes
back up.
weird. PA, I nail it down a little bit more better on the ARV before. Florida is a little bit more weird sometimes.
It can be, definitely. If it was 470.7, takes us to 330. Yeah, the style is quite a bit different, so maybe you are lower.
That's why I was like 430, maybe 440.
Put a good 65 into it. I mean, you could probably put 80 into this too. Let's say you put 65 into it.
It's on like right next to that list price. I know it. It's like what you got.
Let's look at the sale history. Oh, they've had it for a while. Seems like it's at a pretty good price, but that's what's concerning me.
I know, same thing. I'm like everything in the foils look like it's a little outdated, but I'm like there's nothing major in there that other
Let's
than the
revisit this ARV. It could be lower.
I was thinking maybe like 430 the ARV.
I'd like to see photos of the 430. Dennis, I see your question in the chat too. Yeah, you could use the regular purchase contract to sell that lot you got. Yeah, I think we are going to be a little bit smaller. Even at 430 though.
But look at the one that's for sale right now. The 460. It's almost the same style and the same square footage.
They are at a pretty good price at that ask. I would call them up, see how much flexibility they have. If they don't already have like a ton of interest on it, then go like 225.
25 of that.
If there is a lot of interest, give them full ask.
Full ask, okay.
I think you could still squeeze money out of it. Maybe make 5-10 grand on it. And this one, stay away from it. It's a
I
trailer.
know. I was like looking at it. I was like, why is it so cheap? I was gonna ask you like. I was like, okay. I was like that. I was like, okay.
Okay.
That's
Alright.
just to bring up for that reason. I was like, that's something
Yeah.
good. I was like, how much does those things even rent out for?
Quite a
Those
bit
trailers.
down here, depending on where it's at. 12, 15. I've seen trailers for $2 grand.
Bro, you can make your money back very quickly if it's for 2K. Just buy outright.
Remember, you got lot rent too.
How much is that usually?
I don't know. All the parks are different. It depends.
Okay.
Yo, Dom, you here?
Yeah, I'm here. What's up, Eric?
So I'm just reading the thing in the chat that you put. So I spoke to somebody named Ben, and then they transferred us to a Mike.
Yeah, the agent was Ben, and I saw that he was like some big wholesaler in Florida off his page, and he just transferred you to his team, which was Mike, who you spoke with, I think, a few months ago, actually.
Oh, I remember this now.
Yeah. And so,
I have them saved in my phone though.
yeah.
I think I remember. I got quite a bit of mics.
I can tell you the time that you called him. Give me a second. Maybe you can go
It's
on
on Friday?
On Friday, yeah. One sec.
Shit! Holy shit!
And he called me, right?
Yeah, Ben transferred you, and then Mike called you by himself. It looks like it was around 1:15.
Call him on Google Voice though. Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, 1:15 on Friday. He said he was going to send you a message about something, either the previous deal that you had with him, like a few months back, or this one, but I guess he never sent anything.
Alright, I think this is his number here. Shoot him a text and be like, hey, is this Mike? If it is, then tell him, be like, hey, you spoke to Eric on Friday about North Betty Lane. We wanted to take over the mortgage and cash the seller out of his equity. And then just, excuse me, ask if that's still an option.
Mm-hmm. Got it. Okay.
All right, it's in the chat for you.
All right.
Yeah,
Thank you, man.
Yeah, for sure. Let me know what he says.
Cool.
That is that's it in the chat, guys. Do you guys have other deals you guys want to check out, or anybody have any
Lawrence.
questions? Throw it in.
You can call that one. Oh, also, Eric, did you see why I sent you that email? Not go through for the other guy for the 120. Remember Creative Finance that we got? The email was incorrect. Can I call him back or get it
Which
later?
one is that?
Remember that wholesale thing that Joey from Auto? Remember, and we had to call on your Google Voice.
Oh, Liberty Street.
Something like that. Yeah, Liberty Street.
Yeah, we could try and get him.
Okay.
That guy's not too hot, but yeah, we could try him.
Because the email that I sent, it said the email for him was incorrect and it just did not work. It did not go through.
Yeah, that's fine. Just throw that one in too. I got you. All right. Yeah. If you guys have any deals, you guys, since we're a really small group today, if there's like any random properties you guys want to check out, we can do that too. That's totally cool. And if you guys have any questions, you guys could ask or throw them in the chat. Whatever you guys are feeling. I might even have Lawrence if my phone's still at him.
But okay, but I know we have to call him because he had that contract having this lawyer review it.
Actually, I don't. You can throw that in.
I will resubmit it.
Try Liberty right now for you.
But
30. All right, let's see if we can get him. Lawrence is which guy again?
the one with the trailer park homes with the 7 units, remember, right on the edge on that corner
yeah,
lot?
yeah.
That was messy.
Where we leave off on that? We sent them an email.
We sent
they
him
wanted
the
more time.
contract, and then he said he's gonna have his lawyer review it last week, and he said for us to call it back on Tuesday, right, this week, for him to tell us what he thinks about it, stuff like that. After he had his lawyer reviewed it.
I'm gonna text Waylon because he's not picking up.
And then the other guy, Flapjack, the 130 bus home, we sent him a contract, and then he said it. He had us change his name. Remember, on the contract we submitted, I sent it back over to him, and we should follow up this week, like today or tomorrow if you want.
Alright, I just texted this guy on Liberty.
Okay.
Terrell's saying we're out of our mind for that 130, so we might have.
I know.
I think what we should do is slow play.
I know we're way too high.
I think we just drop it and then call him in like another 3 weeks to a month, and then really try and get him at the right price. Because I don't think we should waste his time.
Yeah, I know, because we're supposed to be at 120, 115, around that area.
Yeah, it's just gonna take. It took them what 2-3 months to come to 130, so it's just gonna take some more time till it comes down to the right price.
Because he was at 150 originally, he was sticking to that 150, and he didn't want to go to that 120.
Hold on. Hey, Lawrence, it's Eric. How's it going?
Hey.
Just want to touch base with you, see if you had anybody look over kind of what we're offering you.
I did, and I'm not going to go with it.
Oh man, what happened?
Not enough money. Too long stretched out.
All right. Well, we agreed on the price, right? So, like, how long would you do some seller finance for?
No finance.
Now you're not open to it at all?
Nope.
What
Cash up
changed?
front or not at all?
What changed? Because you were on board with this for weeks.
Well, my wife says no. My lawyer says no. So, no, it is.
What is their concern with it, though?
They don't want me to stretch it out. Either, pay for it or not.
That's strange. All right. Well, what
Give me a call in the spring. Maybe something will change by then.
All right, that's fine. All right.
We'll see how it goes by then.
All right, sounds good. I'll see you.
Thanks.
Wow.
I think the balloon wasn't a problem. I think the amortization was a problem on it because we did 30-year.
I don't think it's. I don't know, bro. He was so on board with all
Yeah, I
it.
know.
We met everything he wanted until the wife and the attorney got in the mix.
Always the attorneys always screw everything up.
I feel like no, I still don't believe it's dead. I mean, we knew he had no motivation to sell at all, unless he got some magic number. I would I would just hit him up, give it like maybe 3 months, 4 months, and we'll touch base with him again. It's not going anywhere.
Okay, but I'll do that. I'll just put it up for 2.
That was
Just do it for 2.
yeah. No, it's gonna be a while. Give him at least 3. He said spring, so give him like at least 3 months.
Fine. I'll do that.
He ain't going nowhere. That was a big switch up though.
Yeah.
I was not expecting that. Alrighty. Do you guys have more deals you guys want to look at? Questions, or do you guys want to cover something? We got some time, so if you guys want to do a deep dive into a topic, we can.
Hey Eric, do you want to do that one deal in Jacksonville, Florida from TikTok?
Yeah, earlier today.
Yeah, and my internet went in and out, so I don't have any info on it, but hopefully you do. And if you don't,
I got the info. I have it. Let me just pull it up. I think we ended up in Ruskin. Was it Julian, that real estate agent? He was kind of cool.
yeah, that's it.
What? All right. So where we leave off with him? I know he was like open to the idea. Was he gonna like run it by the seller or something?
He wanted to get the offer and the terms on an email, I believe,
Oh,
because he was up for subject to.
okay. Let me let's see if he texted his email. Let's see. Nope. No, he in Texas. Are you sure that's kind of where we left off?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, because he was actually talking about there was a $15,000 balance on that, I believe, and there was nothing left on the house, from what I understand, as far as like catch-up is concerned.
Are you let me ask you this, because we actually have a couple. We got one listed by Lori and Trish, and then we have that one with Julian.
Wait, let me take a look here. See what I got.
And then we actually got one with Linda too. Do you remember the street by chance?
Yeah, no, my internet went in and out. Hold on a second. Let me see if I got anything more here. Bear with me 1 second.
Hey, what's up, John? I see you posted that deal. We can look at it right after this one.
Yeah, sure. Take your time.
Alright, let's see. Oh, God. Yeah, that thing went in and out. My internet got killed pretty. It was in Jacksonville, Florida, and hold on. Sorry, man.
Oh, you're good. I think it was this one with Julian.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Julian. Trying to pull up my notes.
And it was today for sure.
Yeah, there we go. Harrington, looks like.
It's the
Short
street.
sale. And that's all I got. 15,000 in debt, and then mine was a crash. Long term, buy and hold, short sale. Terminate the short sale, close as usual, page and commission, catch up past payment. Julian was the agent.
All right, then that's definitely him. All right.
Got it.
I speak to too many people, so we're pretty sure he was gonna like send his email over and whatever, so we can give him details.
I only caught email and that was it, and then that's when my internet died. And then by the time I got back on, and that's when you were like, all right, wholesaler, get on the Zoom later on, we'll knock this out. I'm like, okay.
Let's do this then. He might have wanted us to send him an email or something, or maybe he sent us docs. I'm gonna post his number, Eddie. I'm gonna DM it to you right here in the chat. Shoot him a text and just be like, hey, Julian, you spoke to my partner Eric. I'll post the address for you too, and then just ask him. Just be like, hey, we want to send you an email with our offer on it. What's a good email for you? I just DM'd you the address as well. And then,
Play catch up.
yeah, and then kind of like when you send them the email, just like explain what we want to do. So like, hey, we'll buy it for whatever the debt balance is. We want to buy it subject to the debt. We'll reinstate it, pay the commission, and we would like to try and get money in the seller's pocket too. Let me know if they're open to that idea. And I would just kind of like cap it at that.
Okay, sounds like a plan.
All
Thanks,
right.
man.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, keep me posted on that. Let me know how it plays out.
Yeah, definitely.
Alrighty. John, you with us?
Yeah.
So with this one on, what is it, Nevada Street?
Yeah, dude, this guy has 50K in back taxes.
Dang.
But I do remember you telling me that if they're open to us taking over those taxes, then we can wrap it to an end buyer, correct?
Yeah, I mean, you could buy it subject to the back taxes.
And is it under an agreement for deed so that we don't go through a title company?
You could do that too. That'd be up to you though.
I mean, I'm not keeping it, so I don't really care if the title transfers or not.
They're probably gonna want the deed then if you're gonna be wholesaling it.
Who's gonna want the deed? The end buyer?
Yeah, I would imagine.
So, I mean, usually the end buyer is just somebody that wants to live in the house. They usually want the deed transferred over.
Oh wait, so you're wrapping it or assigning it?
Yeah, no, wrapping it.
All right, yeah, no, then you don't have to take the deed. You could do I would just do the agreement for deed then. Keep it simple.
On the agreement for deed, is there a clause that I'm supposed to add for us taking over the debt subject to, or how does that work?
Yeah, that would be one of the terms.
Okay.
I could help you write that up.
Yeah, we don't have to do it on this one. We can do it on the next one.
All right.
Yeah,
So it's like a definite deal.
Oh, 100%. He said, yeah, definitely take this house from me. He said it's been a pain in the ass. My daughter just left it a mess. She has all her furniture and all that stuff in there. So it's already furnished, which is crazy.
Well, why don't you just throw a normal tenant in there? I mean, it's literally a free house.
I mean, I don't know if it's a free house. It might need some work. I don't know. I definitely want to get somebody in there to take pictures. And then if it's like, I don't know, lipstick, then yeah, maybe we can have a renter. They just get a super discount if they can help me like do that. Lipstick.
Yeah, like, yo, I'll work with you guys in the security. Normally we charge triple. I'll just charge 1 month rent, and you guys take care of everything inside. Because it probably is just a clean out if somebody's living in there now. I can't imagine it's too crazy.
Yeah, no, it's vacant too.
Yeah, dude, I would try and do that first, because then you don't have that obligation to do the rent to own for somebody, and then you're still nothing out of the seller's not getting any money, right?
No, zero cash.
Yeah, that's literally, dude. This would be the first free home, right? So like I would,
First free
I would-
home.
yeah, I would first attempt just to keep it yourself without having to wrap it.
Damn, that would be my first house too.
Yeah, that's what I would do. This is a good deal right here.
Yeah, I mean that's a lesson for everybody in the group. I mean, us wholesalers, we get scared whenever there's taxes. Not scared, but we don't want to wholesale anything with taxes. But I mean, that's a strategy. Just if they're open to you taking over those taxes and walking away, it can happen.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's sweet. Agreement for deed that you're literally in the deal with nothing out of pocket.
Yeah, 100%.
And if it needs work, fine, rent to own. If it's like a little cleanup, then just a normal rental.
All right, then who's the one that's negotiating with the county on payments to pay those taxes down? Would it be me or would it be him?
You can do that before close with him.
Okay, and then just set up a payment structure, like a payment plan.
That would be the goal. Yeah, start making payments on the taxes.
In that payment plan, or is the payment plan to pay off the current taxes and not the taxes that are coming up, or the payment plan is to pay them all off at once? So
Whatever you're behind on.
Oh, just whatever you're behind on, but you also gotta keep paying the current taxes, right, each month?
Yeah, I mean, however it's billed. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, gotcha. Awesome.
But what would this house rent for?
I think, where's this house at, Toledo?
Mm-hmm.
I think this house will rent for, I don't know, like $900.
All right.
No.
Mortgage owners. I would just be trying to pay those taxes off quick with the cash flow.
Zillow's saying 1100.
Okay.
Yeah, which is not terrible. I mean, I don't know exactly.
That ain't a bad deal.
The reason why I said, wrap it to an end buyer was just because if it did need work, then, the purchase price would be more than 50. I think it comps out at 90 maybe. I would have to redo it again, redo the comps. And then so sell it for 90 or sell it for 80 or whatever. And then obviously they have to handle the repairs, they gotta handle everything, and then put a balloon on them for like, I don't know, 3 to 5 years. Pay me out.
Yeah, you could do it. I mean, either way, you're making a bunch of money on it. The only like downside, if you have to, I mean, I wouldn't if you have to, but the only downside, like with that wrap, is then you have the obligation to sell it to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's not the end of the world, because you're still gonna make a bunch of money on it.
Yeah, it's not the end of the world. I mean, they're gonna pay. I kind of wanted to do the same structure you did with that one house that was super beat up, and that lady still bought it. Yeah. Where it's like the payoff balance was 5 years later, basically the same amount they had agreed on, something like that. And then so that would be a 30K profit in 5 years or less. And then they never call me for repairs because it's their house. The only downside to renting it was they're gonna keep calling me for repairs and all that stuff. Unless we agreed that they had to take care of that.
You could sneak that in there too.
Okay, definitely. Yeah, we'll talk about
either way it works. Yeah.
I got you. Let's set up that contract later today.
Easy deal. Here we go. How many contracts are you up to?
So I recently took away the listing programs. I was like, I don't want to handle it anymore. And plus, it was just land, so it was really a swing at that. So started fresh, wiped out my whiteboard. I think I'm waiting for 8 people to sign a contract. Let me double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 people to sign. I'm working on one contract with Kyle on a duplex, and then somebody just signed the contract I sent over to them on a triplex.
Nice.
And then I discoed one last week.
I like that. And then you're still on track to close next week, right?
Oh yeah, I didn't even put that on my whiteboard. Oh yeah, so I have 2 under contract. No, 3 now under contract. And yeah, I'm gonna close one with Xander next week, or on the 11th.
Nice. Yeah, that'll be a good one too.
Hell yeah.
Good payday. Like it. Murph, I see your question. Do I know anybody in South Carolina, in Sumter, South Carolina? Personally, no. Have you checked in the state chat though inside the Discord? Are you familiar with that? If not, I can show you. I'll just pull it up in case anybody wants to see it. So like when you guys get in the community inside the Discord, if you go towards like the bottom, basically like the second half, there's a state chat for like literally every state. So like if you went South Carolina, you could do like an @ everybody and ping everybody, or just like go through, connect with other people in South Carolina. The other thing too is you can go to the buyers network, and if you click on this, like you'll see all these pins, and then you'll be able to see like contact info for other people in the group that might be close to you. So that's what I would do. Alrighty. Anybody else you guys have any other questions or deals you guys want to check out? Anything?
Thank you, man. I still haven't got that guy in the phone in Bellevue.
Which one was that?
It's one that's off market.
Something I looked at?
I think I showed it to you before.
I could try them for you if you want to throw it in.
Yep.
You can do that.
I'll put the address in here and then his phone number just in a second.
Alrighty. The other thing too, guys, I wanted to bring up, it's been a little bit, so like this Thursday, I think we'll do a deep dive into a topic. So anything like you guys want to cover between like the wholesale, creative, I was even thinking of like managing rentals and that side of the business. Any topics you guys want to go deep on Thursday night?
Yeah, learning how to do the rentals would be awesome. Like handling rentals out of state. I know there's a managing company, but what happens whenever there's repairs or like worst case scenarios? If you could, like lawsuits, repairs, fires, insurance stuff.
We could definitely do that. Let's do that then. Let's plan on Thursday night. We'll do a deep dive into kind of the rental game. Clive, you're saying ovations. I'm down to like cover both. Clive, if you're on here Thursday night, just bring that up. We'll probably have enough time to cover both of those topics. That'd be a good one too.
Actually, how to dispo the subject to properties as well too.
We could talk about that. With dispoing the creative deals, Eddie. There's really not like a whole lot to it. Like as far as like dispoing, like if I'm just looking to like make a fee on the deal, then I'm literally just gonna blast it out to my cash buyers list. Just like with the terms though. So like normally I'll do it for like a cash deal. I'll text blast it. I'll be like, yo, this is what I want. This is how much in repairs. This is what the ARV is. And then like if I'm dispoing, just trying to like take a fee on it, I'll blast it to the cash buyers, but like with the terms on it. So like, hey, I normally label it whether it's like sub 2 or seller finance. I'll normally just put seller finance because all these guys, they're aware of that. And then I'll just put the terms like what I want for a down payment, which includes my fee, and then the rest of the terms like the purchase price, the interest if there is any, the payment, all that. If you're talking about like dispo, Eddie, with the rent to own people, like we're trying to like wrap a deal or something like that, then I'm just slapping it on Facebook. Literally like whatever the first image is on Facebook, I want to put like text over it that says like seller finance, no credit needed or something like that, just to like grab attention. But I'm just listing it as a normal rental, and then inside the description I'll just put the terms. So like, hey, this is a rent to own, no credit needed. Payment is this a month, and I'll normally just like leave it at that, and then when they call in, I'll then kind of explain the further details. So like, all right, you're buying the house for this much, you're responsible for the repairs, the maintenance, all that. Does that kind of like answer it?
Yeah, that does. And the catch-up payments as well too. Like, is that part of like the entry fee for them as well too? Like if you're trying to catch them up on the past payments on a short sale.
Well, you would try and do like a loan modification to wipe that out. If you couldn't though, and they're still like, all right, we need 10 grand to get the loan caught up, then I wouldn't be like bringing that up to them like, hey, we need to get the loan caught up over here. I'll just ask, just to keep it simple for them, I'll just ask them for that money as a down payment. So like, yeah, rent to own, and it's 10 grand down, and then I'll take that 10 and use it to go get the loan caught up. Does that make sense?
Yeah, totally. Got it. All right, cool. Thanks, man.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. All right, Jason.
Yeah.
You remember this one? Was this the sub 2 that was like a little tight, or they had a lot of equity in it? Something like that?
They, I believe, had a lot of equity. I think we just called and nothing. I'm trying to get it seller finance. I was working this with an old partner of mine. He said, last time I talked to him before we part ways, he said that he might be open to terms, so I would like to get it either seller finance or sub 2, probably wrap it out or wholesale, just depending on the price that we can get it at. I think that we can get the seller financing somewhere around 1.2, 1.5. That'd be great for wholesale, for wrap.
What's you want to sell for?
I didn't exactly see that part. I don't exactly know. I know that the last time we were talking, I believe it was for $1 million. Last time that my partner and I discussed this, I think it was for like $1 million or 1.2.
When's the last time you spoke to him?
I haven't spoken to him. This is old partner of mine that we are working on. I think the last time I talked to him was probably a couple months ago.
All right, so I'm kind of just gonna go cold on it.
Okay.
That's cool, and then we'll kind of like bring you in as my partner. Yeah, your market's nuts, dude. What Jason's saying in the chat, 2.1 for a 2,000 square foot home.
I really thought this was California even before I looked at it was Washington.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? Like $2 million for that?
Please leave your message.
It's only 2,000 square feet. It's like about the same as my house. Hell, my house would be 4 times worth that much at this point. It would be worth $2 million too at this point. My shit like maybe like worth 5. What the hell?
Yeah, this is like 100 grand in Ohio. Maybe without the pool. It's nice though. And what do you want to do with this? Do you like just take a fee on it?
I mean, depending on what the spread is, I think that if we can get it at 1.4 and probably put it back out there at 1.7, maybe make
here. This might be him. Hey, Mr. Hung, can you hear me?
Yes. Hello.
Hey, my name's Eric. I came across the house you got on Northeast 10th Street. I wanted to reach out to you and see if you had any interest selling that home.
No, I do not. Thank you.
Any time in the future?
No, I do not. Thank you.
Alrighty, thank you. Alright, he don't want to sell.
Damn. All right, got you.
Yep. Not a big deal. Whatever.
I have one more, but I gotta kind of find the Addy.
That's fine. Dom, I see you got a hold of him. He said what? Sellers are walking away with too much to make sense for a sub 2, but they aren't willing to. Yeah, this is a tight situation. Let's call him up. 7904. Here we go.
Hello, Michael.
Hey, Mike. It's Eric. We were in contact about I think it was that Clearwater home. The creative deal. Dom was just telling me, I guess you hit him back saying something about these sellers are walking away with too much money. I just wanted to try and understand.
No, like for the subject
Alright,
to make sense, because then the entry fee would be too high.
We have,
I don't remember the specific amount, but it's like way too high to make sense for a subject to, which is what he told me you guys are trying to do.
Of sending an offer.
Like their mortgage amount is not near the asking price.
Is there
So
anything?
that's not what they're looking for. They're looking for a cash offer.
I'm just wondering if there's
All right.
anything.
What
wrong
what would
with
you
the
say
house
their
that we
rock
can't
bottom
see
is?
in the pictures?
No. Where are you guys at? Do you have an offer in place already? Cash?
Moving ready
Yeah,
condition.
dude.
All right. And,
Yeah, I'm pulling it up.
And so, is it vacant or?
I think I remember it being pretty low.
All right.
when we last
And
spoke.
so
It
if we
was,
could do a deal on this, how soon?
Where
could we
was,
close?
just out of curiosity, where was your head at for the ARV on this one?
Yeah,
I have to pull
all
it up
right.
off the top of my head.
And are there
This one's been up for a little bit.
any seller finance terms that they might be offering?
All right, let me just pull it up. I'll give you my number on it.
Buying environment headphones are too tight.
We just, yeah, we are looking for
I
just
think
anything.
you were. We're
We're
actually
trying to make a
I
deal
think
on
you guys
this.
said initially you were at. Maybe it's a guess. Maybe I heard it somewhere else, like 130 area. Does that sound right?
All right.
It does
and,
somewhere up in there.
Yeah, let's.
I think
let's
I had
do that.
the
What's-
ARV like in the mid twos.
All right.
On this guy.
It's possible.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's fine. Thank you.
Do you think he would go that low?
130?
Mm-hmm.
Is that where you're? I don't know. Probably not. I can definitely throw it at him, but I think we've gotten a little higher offers. I go for it. So.
Why is he so stubborn on this one? It's been on for a while.
Thank you very much, Chris. We'll probably shoot something over to you, and we'll figure something out. All right.
I get it. All right. Yeah, I'm in that 130 range. That'd be for a real deal. Pay all the closing costs, no nonsense. Close it in, I don't know, 3 weeks, whenever the title works ready.
Yeah, I think if from memory, because I haven't been doing agent work in this one, that we've received the higher offers before. Like in the 140s, 150s, which are great offers, but they didn't even want to jump for it. So
that's crazy.
Yeah, so that's where we've been sitting at. But I mean, I'm sure your offer makes a lot of sense, and it's just a weird deal for us. So we have it sitting here.
Yeah. You have anything else in like the St. Pete, Clearwater, Tampa area?
St. Pete, Clearwater. What you guys? He was telling me a little bit about you. You buy anything that makes sense, or 'cause I know you do wholesale and different things. What do you look at that you're a direct buyer for?
Either. So I love the creative stuff. You know, most of the time I'm doing that when people have like little to no equity. And as far as like cash goes, as long as like there's room for burr or just a fix and flip, one of the two.
Okay, and do you like have a price range you like to stick under, or have the
Not
homes
really.
look for?
Not really. I say as far as like singles go, keep it under. Probably keep it under like 455 on the buy-in.
Alright, sounds good. Yeah, I don't think I have anything, especially not creative. Usually, we had a lot of creatives a few months ago, but right now we don't have anything. Tampa area, nothing for investors. So not yet, but when I get something, I'll throw your way. Okay.
Yeah, that'd be cool, man. You guys are wholesalers or?
Yeah, we do wholesales, we do donations.
Nice. Throw me if you can, put me on your buyers list.
100%. I will lock you in my contacts, and I'll put in there like little notes where you're buying. That's usually how I send it out to people too, that I have on my phone.
Cool, man.
So I'll follow up with you in the future. Appreciate it.
All right, appreciate you. See you, man. Dom, shoot him a text. Be like, hey, can you add me to the buyers list, and give him like whatever number you want, and then your email too. There might be able to do like joint ventures. As far as this one, he's just the seller's holding out. I would push it out like a month. We'll do a monthly follow up on this guy.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, cool.
Yep. Start building the pipeline out.
Okay. Money's in the follow-up, right?
That's it, dude. Money is in the follow-up. That's a fact.
All right. Appreciate you calling him back so quick. Thank you.
Yeah, for sure, man. Mike, I think I skipped you. What's up with this one?
Yeah, so I just talked to the agent on that. He says that the owners are probably open to doing seller finance. So, shoot him an email, and the thing. Okay, so what I was wondering is, do you think, like, what kind of sub 2 offer would you put on this?
Well, that's a good question. What's the debt balance? How much do they owe on it?
479.
So they got a pretty good chunk of equity here. I would start with like how much are they willing to sell their finance?
I even floated the whole like sub 2 thing, and he said they'd probably be open to it.
They have so much equity, they'd have to sell or finance their equity.
Yep.
So would you
shoot an offer at them to cover their $2,200 a month payment?
Yeah, definitely.
Because that's
what I was thinking about doing.
Yeah, that's cheap. They must have a low rate on that.
I think 4.3 or 3.2. Yeah. And then, dude, so I probably have a buyer, a renter for that. That's why I tried it. But yeah, I just called them. So in the email, you think I should just do an LOI stating that I want to take over the mortgage? Sub 2?
Yeah, that's what I would do.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna check.
I would. Here's like where you're at is fine. Like go in this approach. But I'll share this with everybody. So like what I'd like to do is like whether the deal is going to be 100% seller finance or it's going to be a sub 2 or like a hybrid like this one Mike's got. I always go in with like the approach of it only being a seller finance deal, even though they have a mortgage and we know we're going to do subject to in the mix. So like kind of the reason I say that is well, a couple things. Like one, a lot of the sellers, they'll be a lot more familiar with seller finance opposed to like knowing subject to. And so like what I'll do is I'll just negotiate the whole deal as if it's like 100% seller finance. And if the mortgage gets brought up or we get to the end and they're asking about it, we just say, oh, we're taking that over. So like try and avoid ever saying subject to a seller, because that could lead them just down a rabbit hole and they see all the bad things about it and they don't fully grasp it, or they don't have the full picture. So like, hey, would you be able to seller finance? Yeah, possibly. We got a mortgage. Yeah, don't worry, we'll take care of that. Like just jump over that, whatever. Let's see if we can hash some terms out on seller finance. And then when you get to the end of the deal, then we bring it up. So what happens with the loan? Oh, I'm actually going to take that over. So I'm going to be making the payments on that. Oh, okay. And then like subject to is never even brought up in the convo. Does that kind of make sense? Sub 2 could scare them because it's a lot of terms they're not familiar with. And then they, like I said, could read something scary online or something stupid. And then they get spooked out of the deal. So...
basically just
I just asked them the standard script questions. Is there anything wrong with you can't see? A little thing. And I was like, are they interested in these things, seller finance terms? And he was like, they might be open to it. And then I was like, well, so if I can have this closed by like today, or if we could make a deal on this, how soon can I close? Do you want to close it? And he was just like, and then that's a couple weeks. So I was like, all right. And then he was just like, take down my email and email me your offer. And I was like, all right. But I think that guy seemed, he's just the agent. I also tried to call the owner. Owner didn't answer. But they're basically, I think they're trying to get out of this because it's overbuilt for that area. For sure.
But what's your play on it though?
I would have that rented ASAP.
This is just like that last week, though. I mean, like, obviously we could do it. But the only part is, well, I guess your payment isn't massive. It's like $2,000.
Yeah, the one last week, they wanted $1,600 a month, which wasn't awful considering what it was. But the thing was, so I talked to a contractor to get that job done because the end buyer on that wanted to get the kitchen blown out, and I had to do an add-on. But he couldn't do that because his wife had a baby on the way, and they were cooking in the kitchen, and he didn't want to have her like exposed to the outdoor. So what I did was I had a contractor go and call him up and basically tell him that you can actually do the add-on without ever breaking the seal in the kitchen by adding an exterior access panel on the add-on. And then once the add-on's complete, you can have 4 guys go in there in 4 hours and break the seal and completely do the full add-on without ever breaking the kitchen seal. So they were like really open to that. I still have that one on the table. Those owners there, I mean, dude's name is Peter and Kathy. Kathy was the agent on that, but they live in Mass. This is the house they just built. If you're talking about the last deal, that was on Castle Hill. and that one could still go through. Because I had the end buyer ready to pay. I guess he wanted to pay 1.4, and then they were okay with just covering $6,900 until the kitchen got done, and then you know what I mean, would buy it subject to pay them the $6,900. They were fine with that, and then do the kitchen, be like 100 or less, and then the end buyer comes in and picks it up. You know, because he wanted that 1.4. So that was that deal from last week. I mean, it's still on the table. I actually just I sent somebody over there, like I said, a contractor, and he checked it out, and he said it's actually a decent lot. And what he can also do with that deal is he can subdivide that lot. It's like 3.5 acres, and so he's also a builder, and he can do like an acre each section, and build on it for like $499 a spot, which also makes that deal kind of worth it.
Makes it interesting.
So,
on this one, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to call him or?
I wanted to really get it down to the owner before you call him. So and I couldn't do that. They didn't answer. So I just found it. But I do know the deal on that. That's overbuilt. I mean, that area probably 200, but the payment they're okay with. They want to get out of it. You know what I mean?
All right.
But yeah, this is what I want to do. If I do get in touch with the owner, I will message you, and then you can talk directly to the owner.
Yeah, that's perfect. I like that.
All right, awesome, man.
That works. All right, that'd be sick if we could pull that one off.
Yeah, we might, bro. We'll see.
All righty.
Good stuff.
Is it in the queue? Do you guys have any questions? I guess before we wrap things up. Any general questions? No? All right, so let's plan this out for the week then. So you guys will have a Zoom with Terrell tomorrow, and then I'm with you guys again on Thursday. So Thursday Zoom, let's do we'll do like a really deep dive into like rentals, property management, just like doing everything on your own, dealing with the tenants, the eviction. I mean, like literally, let's just cover the whole 9 with the tenants, and then if we got enough time, we'll do novations too, which is going to be a really, really good strategy for you guys wholesaling and doing creative. Sound like a plan? All right, guys. We'll wrap it up at that. And again, try and come on Zoom with Terrell tomorrow, and then I'll be back with you guys on Thursday. Have a good day, everybody. I'll see you guys.
Okay, boys.